A GOP that has gutted itself, and fealty to Trump is where we start this hour with some of our favorite reporters and friends. Eugene Daniels is here, White House reporter and co-author of Politico's Playbook. Also joining us, Robert Gibbs, former Obama White House press secretary, and lucky for us, an MSNBC political analyst. And Elizabeth Newman's back, former assistant secretary for threat prevention and security policy at the Department of Homeland Security, and now the co-director of the Republican Accountability Project. Robert Gibbs, I have to start with you and the one thing that isn't like all the others. The current president has a 60% approval rating. I'm old enough to remember when that was next to impossible.
So am I. And I spent several years in the White House. No, look, I think, the current president, Joe Biden, is off to a terrific start. It'll only get stronger tomorrow with the passage of COVID relief. That is not going to stop, as you said, the kind of heat and light on the Republican Party's end being on the Trump end of the political spectrum. And I think, it has been remarkable to watch. As you said, it's been a bad week for the governing wing. It's been a bad few weeks for the establishment wing of the Republican Party. And I think there's no doubt that regardless of the position that Trump holds now, which is nothing in the structural sense in the Republican Party, the Republican Party is almost certainly going to be more Trumpian at the end of 2022 than it is at this moment.
I want to push back on the notion, Robert Gibbs, that it was a bad week for the governing wing of the Republican Party, and just assert that there is no governing wing of the Republican Party. Because if there were, you would not have had 43 Fair. Republican senators who thought that you could govern in a body where you let the inciter of terrorism get away with it. So I guess my feeling is, what difference does it make if they all, not if they all leave. I think Mitt Romney is a valuable reminder of the party's past, but there is no tussle. There's no tension on the right, Robert Gibbs. This is who they are.
Oh, I agree. I don't think, there's the much ballyhooed civil war on the Republican Party side ended without the firing of a shot. And I don't disagree with you that it's a fair point that there really isn't a governing wing at the moment. I think as we get deeper into the president's term, particularly as we head into infrastructure, a topic that Republicans in the House and Senate like to talk about, they're going to have to literally put their money where their mouth is to see whether they're willing to take steps, as Senator Blunt said, to compromise, to do the not bad thing, but compromise to see if they can move something forward and have some concept become governing law.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank all of you out there.
Thank you as always.
Thanks to at home.
Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for letting us into your homes during these extraordinary times.